Thank you once again for gracing this evening with your presence. Like I've mentioned before, it is truly fantastic to see all of you all, especially friends who are family, dignitaries, guests of honors, and of course, our special chief guest, Shri Anil Deshmukh ji, Honorable Home Minister of Maharashtra. I'd request you all to please take a seat so that we can get this show rolling ASAP. I hope the liquid courage has worked in understanding the true motive and the true reason why we're all here together as one, as a big family, and that family is called India. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to the launch of Assalamualaikum Watan, a tribute to our great country and its unity, authored by my father, Sanjay Khan, and published by Fingerprint Publishing. I am Zahid Khan, and I will be your hostess with the mostest today, or like my father says, follow the script. Maybe, what better way to start this evening off than our beloved national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, I would request all of you all to rise up for our national anthem. Avi, please. Thank you. I would like to begin this show by announcing a few of our guests of honors. Some of them which are not present, but some of them which are due to some constraints, but I'm going to mention them irrespective. Our guests of honors tonight were Shri Ghulam Nabi Azad, leader of the opposition Rajya Sabha. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it. Shri Amit Deshmukh, Minister of Medical Education, Cultural Affairs of Maharashtra. Superstar Hema Malini ji, Member of Parliament, Lok Sabha. His Excellency, Consul General of China, Dr. Tang. Our other most extinguished guests, Mr. Prabhuling Nawadgi, Solicitor General of Karnataka, Mr. Darius Khambhata, Mr. Vikram Mehta, Chairman, Brookings, India, and the eldest teenager I know, Mr. Niranjan Hiranandani, Chairman, MD, Hiranandani Group. A very warm welcome to all of you all. And finally, our most extinguished guest, Chief Guest, Shri Anil Deshmukh ji, Honorable Home Minister of Maharashtra. A very warm welcome to you all. Thank you for gracing this occasion. It means a lot to us and our family, and of course, my father, Mr. Sanjay Khan. Either use this mic or...
Honorable Home Minister of Maharashtra, Anil Deshmukh ji, Sanjay Khan ji, all the distinguished guests. I am extremely happy to be here with all of you this evening once again for the release of Assalamualaikum Watan by Sanjay Khan ji. I congratulate him for the spirit of nationalism he possesses. ये वही लोग लिख सकते हैं इस किस्म का किताब जिसको मुल्क के प्रति प्यार हो, मोहब्बत हो, जज्बा हो और तजुर्बा हो. And apart from being a wonderful human being and a good friend of mine, Sanjay Khan ji is a wonderful producer, director, actor, and who has a vast experience in every field. And he has done so many social work, and so wonderful to know that he has donated so many billions for the education. And this book, Assalamualaikum Watan, is going to inspire the youth of India to get educated. That is the dream of our beloved Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji also. Also, he is transforming the country to a different level, and his dream is to get all the people educated, especially Beti Padhao, Beti Bachao for the girl children. So this book is going to inspire all the youth, especially the Muslim community, who have contributed a lot for the country. So it is wonderful. I'm sure this book is going to give lot of insight for the people to know. And education is very important. And that is how, because they are the one who is going to take forward our country. And without any kind of selfish motive, they have to be part of the country, help the country to grow. So I'm sure this is going to help each and everyone. And Sanjay ji, thank you so much for inviting me for this function. I wish you all good luck for this book.
I am, first of all, you have no idea how happy and excited I am to receive you all. I am most grateful to my beautiful beauty queen, the Member of Parliament, Hema Malini ji, who took her precious time to come with us and join us. This is the second time. I hope you'll do for the third book too. I am extremely grateful to my very dear and old friend, Anil Deshmukh ji, whom I've had the pleasure of knowing for eons. I find him to be an extremely attractive person, not only in his appearance, but in his heart. The purity. And my very dear friend Vilas Rao Deshmukh ji, whom I had the pleasure for a long time to know as a human being. His son is present with us today, Amit. I am grateful to you too. I am grateful to my friend Prabhuling Nawadgi and Sunil Alag. I am grateful to the Consul General of China. I am grateful to Darius Kambata and Mr. Federal. I am grateful to my family, my wife, my daughters, my son, my son-in-laws. Niranjan, I can't forget him. He missed a vocation in life. He could have been a superstar. Let me take you to my thoughts. My friends, Muslims in India today represent a population of 172 million individuals who profoundly contribute to the culture, vitality, and the demographic vibrancy of India on a daily basis. This number represents the second largest critical mass of Muslims in any nation in the world. First and foremost, as an Indian Muslim, we must feel tremendous pride, a sense of empowerment, responsibility in this fact, because we serve a trajectory, the compass of achievements for all the Muslims in the world. I present my book, Assalamualaikum Watan. Translated, it means, may peace be upon you, my country.
Mike. Okay. Thank you, Dad. I think those were very insightful words, very enlightening. It does give us a complete understanding of who we are. And just to add on, my father always told me one thing: before whatever religion we follow, we are Indian first. So that's the mantra for the evening. We are Indian Hindus, we are Indian Muslims, we are Indian Parsis, we are Indian Sikhs, we are Indian Christians, and we are Indian everything. And that should be our motto first. The salt of the land that we eat is the land that gives us protection to follow our customs, to follow our desires, our dreams, and we must give our first and foremost party going again. So, Mr. Saleen Alag Saab, please. This discussion will be for 20 minutes, not too long. So I've been giving strict instructions. I would just request your attention on that. Yeah.
I am requesting Sunil to be as brief as possible because everyone's tired. Yeah. You are also.
But can I just say one thing? Just for some of the late guests who just arrived, I'd just like to play the audiovisual once again so we are centered back on what we are talking about.
Must also now emulate what Mr. Sanjay Khan has written in the book and speak for one nation. Because if we don't do it, I don't think at this stage anybody is going to listen. And in order to be brief, I'm reminded, since you are all from the field of acting and everything else, Sir John Gielgud, when he was on stage, he forgot his line. And the phone rang and he picked up the phone, and he'd forgotten what he had to say. So he said, "It's for you, dear," and handed it to the other guest.
You're doing the same.
As brief as I can be.
The mic is in my hand. Now, I want to just repeat one message that I already have stated, and that is, I think the best way of repeating it is by quoting Edmund Burke. Edmund Burke was a British parliamentarian, and one day in Parliament, in the 18th century actually, 18th century. He's a British parliamentarian in the 18th century. And there was a lot of debate about some of the issues that the British government was facing, and everyone was complaining about the fact that the problem was too huge and that no individual could actually handle the problem. So he got up and he said, "No man made a greater mistake than he who did nothing because he felt he could do so little." Now that's actually symptomatic, I think, or emblematic of my friend sitting on my right. The problem that we face in our country is huge, and every one of us could take a back seat or could sort of sit back and say, we as individuals can do nothing. The problem is beyond us, is larger than us. We simply cannot shift the needle. When one man takes up the cudgels, when one man decides that he is going to dedicate his life to actually ensuring that the problem does not remain, that the problem is addressed, it is, in fact, the greatest, I think, achievement that we can applaud. It is remarkable, because that one man is going to shift the needle maybe 2 degrees. He's going to take one step forward, but then he will allow us, all the rest of us, to be able to take the second step, which is going to be a much larger second step. So that's all the message that I want to pass on reading the book that I did. And thank you very much for having inspired me.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The reason for writing this book is the passion for my country. I love my country as much as I love my religion. In fact, I'm an Indian first, then my religion comes to me. I want to reach to the furthest corners of India, to every ear which can catch my word, to, for God's sake, let's put Indianness into the strength and we be steel. India has a great future because we are a hugely intelligent nation from all sectors of society, communities, each one contributing a pearl to this huge river of pearls which we can create. India is now looking at an opportunity of sitting at the big table of four superpowers: America, Russia, China, and India. To attain that power, my book gives the message: through education, you can attain that power. Through education and unity. We have the choice either to sit at the large table and dine with the four superpowers, or break India up to smithereens in small, petty, communal isms and schisms, Jat, Path, Hindu, Muslim, and destroy this country and sit at the table on the ground and eat the crumbs of the big table. We have the choice. Either eat the crumbs or sit at the table and dine as a superpower. So, unity. I am contributing, inspiring 172 million Indians who contribute to the demographic vibrancy of India each day to organize themselves, educate themselves. I've given the example of Jews, how from where to where they rule the world today. 1% of Jews rule America, rule the world because of their intelligence, because that's how it emanated from education. Without education is zero. I'll give you a mundane example. Once I was somewhere campaigning for my friend Vilas Rauji. One guy in the crowd asked me, "Sir, what can you tell me about education, and you talk so much on education?" I said to him, listen, if you are sitting in a dark room and you can't see a thing, that is illiteracy. And if the switch is on and the light is on, you can see the bed, the table, and the chair, and the television, and the pankha. That is education. You can see and feel anything. So therefore, if you deprive a man from education, is the worst sin you can commit on earth, in this country. Give him education. See the change in the same man. He can become a rocket scientist like Abul Kalam or some of the biggest, heroes we have. But if he's not educated, where does he go? So therefore, I wrote this book with the intention of mobilizing at least 172 million Muslims to inspire them to achieve and contribute to the exchequer of India repeatedly and help the country to gain its prize as a superpower. Thank you.